Morning. We had a few technical difficulties today, but we are here. I'm gonna get Sam up here as well. Let's do this. Invite. Why does it say featured? Okay. Invite friends. I don't know how to invite like as a group, you know? All right, so anyway, we are gonna get Sam up here. I think she's about to come on. And we're actually going to talk about herbs, my favorite. And I intended to come to you with tea, but I've had several cups of tea today, so we're back to coffee. And here she is. All right. I keep trying to invite you, and it's weird. I don't know. Did you get the? Yeah, there you are. We made it.
Technology likes us today. Your hair is so cute.
Thank you. Look, I have to fix the back.
Oh, okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of like long layers.
Yeah, yeah. Like I want it. Like it needed to like just go. But I need someone else to cut it. So we'll see how Brian feels about that later today. He's always just like, why do I have to do
it? Me? No.
Because I can't. That's why. Plus, it'll let me put my pink back in. Get some color going in here.
Oh, it looks so happy. Yeah.
That it needed to be happy. It was not happy. It was not happy. When I'm showing up every single day, you guys, with a ponytail.
You know.
Nope. Yep. Not happy. Not happy. Okay, so we're not actually here to talk about my hair.
Speaking of happy.
Yeah. We are actually here to talk about herbs, to talk about symptoms, things that people that we work with generally through Wild Free Health, because Sam actually works with clients outside of Wild Free Health as well. I think we all do, even myself. I have clients who they're not necessarily looking for a gut healing or anything related to their gut. They want to lose weight, or they have something specific they want to achieve. I still have a couple of clients who are running long distances and are extreme athletes. I do not do the triathlons, you guys. I still will not do those. Nope, you got to go to a triathlon coach for that. But we all kind of do things. Hi, Aunt Becky. We all do things outside of Wild Free Health. Well, it's a day. It's a day. I'll tell you about Keegan in a minute and his fake crying. His acting. I got 2 actors, you guys. They're getting pretty good at it. Pretty damn good at it. So anyway, what we're going to talk about today is all of those symptoms and what we do to help remedy those. And usually within the first week of working with us, we can start flipping things around. Now, it's not 100%. I still believe it takes you at least a year to heal your body, especially in extreme circumstances. But we can get you feeling better in like within a couple of days. So this week, it's all about remedies, right? Herbs, food, natural, getting your feet in the ground, that kind of thing, right? And some of you are going to look at us and go, yeah, right, peace out. Trust me, you're having a rough week, especially this week around Texas and Oklahoma. We got some allergies rocking. Like temps are dropping at night, heating up during the day, and it's causing a nice little allergy shitstorm. So
nature's like, what's happening?
Yes. And like legitimately, you guys, here's what I did this morning. This is how like minimal you have to do it. I wore a sweatshirt and flip-flops to go take the boys to school because I will wear my flip-flops until I can't anymore. Like, no joke. But I walked outside and literally just kicked my flip-flops off for a second, stood in the grass as I was getting the boys into the car. Less than, well, okay, it was longer than 30 seconds. I was going to say 30 seconds, but man, they took forever. Most times, it's less than 30 seconds. You know, so it's legitimate as much as you kick off your shoes, you step in, you kind of walk around for a little bit, get your feet really connected to earth. It can be as little as 10 seconds and then boop, peace out, you're done. right? You've got a little bit of grounding to start the day. And the dew that's on the grass, not the water from your sprinklers, the dew that's in the grass from overnight will actually come into your body, and no scientific explanation here. Like this is legit.
Oh, I can come in. I want to add on to that. The pores on, come on, let's go outside. The pores on our feet are actually the biggest pores in our body. And so by absorbing through the feet, it's one of the fastest and most influential is the word that comes to mind, but the quickest uptake.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. It's why I recommend you put everything on your feet. So like if you're fighting a cold, you put your vapor rub on your feet, or you put red onions on your feet, or you put potatoes on your feet. Like, they work, you guys. You could even put garlic on your feet. People used to do that. It works. It totally works. And these are all just natural remedies. And we haven't even gotten to bloat, constipation, all of that. These things do help in relieving that. So when you're putting menthol on the bottom of your feet, what menthol does is it opens up capillaries. It opens up, it opens things up. It gets into your olfactory system. It opens things up there. It opens up the capillaries within your lungs, and it helps you breathe a little bit better. And by opening it up just a little bit more, it's kind of like a balloon. Like, you open just slightly and you got a little escape of air. All that congestion, all the mucus that's clogged up here and here when you're fighting colds and fighting allergies, just a tiny little bit lets a little escape, and it relieves that pressure. And by relieving the pressure, it signals to your body that you're healing, that you're overcoming it, that you are winning the war. That's what it's signaling to your body. And same thing with onions and garlic and even potatoes. And if you don't really want anything like that on your feet, just use the vapor rub. It works.
Yes.
It totally works. So now let's talk specifically about bloating and constipation. And I'm going to throw this curveball on you, and I'm sorry I didn't warn you ahead of time.
Ooh,
but
I love curveball.
There is science that dictates and says and has proven, kind of stumbling over my words today, but it's proven that mindset work, very similar to what you do and what Kate does, helps us relieve digestive symptoms. So I was kind of hoping you could talk a little bit about that.
Yes. Oh my golly. So there are, don't quote me on this exact number, but over 50 gazillion, billion, whatever that number is, receptors that are, you can't see, receptors that are directly related from our gut all the way up into our brain. They're like, it's like they're holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
And when our brain starts to go into overwhelm, overload, overthinking, over the top, you name it, it's like it's letting go of its hand on our gut. And so it's just kind of like flailing about, doing whatever it wants, freaking out. And by connecting our mindset with our gut, it's helping them to work in symbiosis. I'm coming up with cool words this morning. Oh, brain.
Right?
But really it is because when we think we make good choices. Uh-oh. Okay, you froze for a second. When we think good, we make good choices, and that leads to feeling able to take a deep breath. And so when we're thinking nicer to ourselves, we're breathing more down into our gut, which therefore is a huge, like we could have a whole morning talking about deep breathing and the effects on our gut, because that's the diaphragmatic breathing allows our system to move more. So you're thinking good, you're breathing deeper. And I lost my train of thought there for a second. Hold on. There we go. And to top it all off, when we think nice and we say nice things to ourselves, it starts to increase the good chemicals in our brain and lower the chemicals we don't want too much of. Because it's not that they're bad. Things like cortisol, adrenaline, these are all good brain chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
However, when they're in excess, they start to collect in our body, and it shows like the pooch. I can't quite get high enough to show my belly, but there's the pooch we get in our bellies and things like that. And so it's like this snowball effect of thinking well helps to lead into, again, that your gut
Mm-hmm.
and your brains grab onto each other and say, come on, let's do this together. I trust that makes sense.
It should. If not, I mean, people who have watched me for a while know I talk about that gut brain axis all the time. And that's what you're talking about, is that vagus nerve. But then there's in addition to that, they don't just communicate in the vagus nerve. There is a cyclical process that it goes through: brain, gut, gut to brain, brain to gut. And hormones and enzymes like your ghrelin and your leptin, they play a very crucial role. You're not going to signal a hunger, or you're not going to send a hunger signal if you got everything that you need.
Right.
You know, if you're dehydrated, you might get a hunger signal. If you don't have enough iron, you're going to get a hunger signal. You don't have enough vitamin C and your body feels like it's fighting something. Guess what you're getting? It's hunger. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You looking for?
I am. It got quiet and I have no idea what
Yeah. I know that look. Whoa.
Which
My
room
eyes
is she
get the
in?
same. Yep. My eyes get the same. And today it has been a day with these kids, man. I had to let Keegan sit in timeout on the front stoop today to let his emotions out, because he was acting. He was acting, you guys. He didn't want to go to school because he was involved in playtime, and he had gotten wrapped up in his planets, which, y'all, he's obsessed, like to the nth degree
That is
obsessed.
the cutest.
And he was acting at having this meltdown, and he wasn't really having a meltdown. I mean, even Drew called him out.
Oh, whoa.
When your brother's calling you out, you know there's an issue. Where did she go?
I just heard her. Oh, I think she's in the backyard. Oh, nope, I found her. Where were you? Did you go potty? Okay, let's go. Uh-oh, I think we did do a potty. Oh.
Oh, gotta love the potty training.
Oh, fun.
So talking about this, like, gut brain communication, it's crucial. If you don't, it's like your subconscious and your conscious. We're always talking about how you got to make them best friends again. Like, you can do it. You can make them best friends. You can make them partners. You know, you can make them love each other again. Yeah. They're in, you know, without your conscious brain, your subconscious doesn't really know that the world's changed. It's working on signals and interpretations that you're sending it, either from your gut, from your brain, from your ears, you know, nose, all your senses, taste, sight, touch, it's all there. Gut instinct, that is actually a thing too.
Yes.
I heard
that. There's a really great book called The Body Keeps Score. And I've heard, it's a really great book, 10 out of 10 recommend. However, I like to add on to that the mind keeps score and the body takes the tallies, basically. And so if we're hearing things from our body, but not connecting it with our mind and saying, what is she trying to say here? It's again, like you were just saying, body, it's about allowing that conversation to happen between mind, body. Oh, thank you. I was given a grace.
Aww.
Allowing that lovingly.
That's exactly it. It's that communication between the two. Yeah. It's awesome. And it's something that a lot of people aren't fully aware of with the mind and the gut. And, you know, that being said, we said we were going to talk about remedies, right? Herbs, food, all of that. just like I talked about with the stuff you put on your feet, you know, and Salmon mentioned what we were talking about originally. There are things that you can use in your coffee, in tea, on your skin, in your hair, in your air, and your environment that actually will help the symptoms that you're encountering. Now, that being said, let me bring this up. There is a major manufacturer, and we're trying not to get banned on social media here, so we're not going to say names, but if you DM me, I will tell you exactly who. But if I walk into a house that has one plugged into the wall, I immediately lose my voice. Like, it starts right away. They've been proven that these aromas and these fragrances can actually negatively impact those with asthma, allergies, and even normal healthy people without any issues whatsoever. No autoimmune, no chronic illness, no nothing, just like happily living their life. It will impact you negatively because it's a fragrance. It's harmful. It's toxic, right? And it's not just too much of a good thing. It's literally toxic. And I used to go and visit and stay at my brother's house long before the boys, right? And they switched everything up after they had kids. I was so grateful because I would walk in his house and I don't think my brother knew what my voice sounded like.
Oh my gosh.
Because if I was staying there and sleeping overnight there, then like I would lose my voice for the whole time I was home. And then the minute I got home, I had a good 24, 48 hours without it. I was fine. You know, voice is back, no big deal. I sound like me. And you know, it's the same thing with the stuff you put on your body. You're absorbing that into your body. You're breathing it in. You're hearing noise is a toxic thing, or can be. Your eyesight, everything impacts, right? So let's start just with herbs in general.
Yes.
I want to preface all of this to say this. There could be, it's funny, Kim's watching. And Kim, I'm totally bringing up the lavender thing. Um, just because an herb or a plant has an effect on majority of people does not mean it works on you.
Yes.
It doesn't. Your history, your memories, other fragrances, like if you have a traumatic memory and you smelt lavender, you're never going to want lavender ever again.
Right.
It's going to be a repellent. It's not going to be a relaxant.
And when the system is already in a state of over the top, smelling something that is going to help or assist in a certain way could just put you over. Even though it's a beneficial, it's like I'm already up to here with sensory overload, and now I'm gonna feel good. No, whoa.
Yeah. There's that whole movement of an essential oil. You know, I got an oil for that, right?
I've been here.
Yeah, essential oils are great. I love them. I have training and education in herbal medicine and aromatherapy because I love essential oils so much. However, there are times when you need clear. You just need to walk outside and breathe oxygen. I'm not talking about inner city oxygen, you guys. Not inner city oxygen. Go out to the burbs, go out to rural, go down.
Come visit me. No.
Road. Yeah, come visit them. Cut down a road somewhere where there's an inlet. Step out and just breathe. Turn off your car so you're not breathing in the car. But just breathe. You know, because clearing everything has as much of a cleansing and healing effect as using oils, using herbs, and using food. Now, when we're talking bloat and constipation and digestion, there's a couple of things that are actually highly recommended because they work for the majority of people, but remember that, majority of people. It's why science is having such a hard time proving alternative medicine and herbal medicine, is that it works for a lot of people, but not for everyone. So they're using that as, you know, the reason they don't want to prove stuff. So that's a whole different discussion. we're not going to go there today. With your stomach, there are a couple of different herbs that you want in your teas, especially if you're struggling and your brain just can't get anything wrapped around eating healthier, or trying to prep meals or trying to plan for anything. If you can't even go there, don't worry about it. Start here. Rooibos. It's Rooibos. What, or no, Roobos. Rooibos. Yeah. I don't know why that word is so hard for me to spell. Rooibos, dandelion, lemon balm, chamomile, lavender, medicinal mushrooms. Those are biggie. These are all things that are very easy to find. You can definitely find them in your grocery store, regular grocery store. You can find these things. And it's not that, you can't use other things, but these are kind of some of those key healers and helpers that will decrease your bloat. Like one of the things that I love doing in the morning is I'll take a berry tea. I'll put a little bit of a little bit of apple cider vinegar into it, and I'll use green tea. So what I brew up is green tea with berries, either berry tea bag or berries. And then I put some apple cider vinegar into it, and it actually tastes delicious. You can't taste the apple cider vinegar. And the apple cider vinegar acts as a balancer for your pH. It regulates your pH. It just kind of helps your stomach get that regulation back, right? And there's other things that you can use as well. Like aloe vera is an amazing soother for your gut. Ginger, lemon. Yesterday I put up, or the other day I put something up asking like what your remedies are, right? And Samantha Beckton, who is an amazing practitioner, wrote that what she does is she uses lime juice, turmeric, apple cider vinegar, and ginger. And she does a shot every single morning. It's perfect. You don't need a lot. And to be quite honest, with apple cider vinegar, you want it to go straight down your throat. You don't want it to touch your teeth. Anything acidic, you don't want it to sit in your mouth. Like lemons, oranges, you want that to flush through. You don't want it to sit on your teeth because it actually can affect the lining, can affect the enamel. Each one of these things, you've got food and you've got herbs, right? Samantha is using herbs and food. There we go.
Yeah.
And spices. And I think she said, she may not have said this, but we usually put cayenne in there because it just gives your body a kick. It's like a wake up. My body can't really handle a wake up like that first thing in the morning, but like when I come back,
for some of us.
Yeah. So like I usually do between 3 to 4 teas a day. I'm not a big fan of the flavor of water, so I have to put something in my water. I'm one of those people. There's generally something in my water at all times. If you ask my husband, he's always picking up my water bottle going, straight water or something else? And he doesn't ask what anymore. He just, is it straight water or is it not straight water? And if it's not straight water, he's not touching it. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not straight water. There's something in it. So when I get back from, taking the boys, I'll have actually a chai tea. And one of my favorite is from Republic Tea. And it's turmeric, ginger, chai. It is delicious. It is so good. Yeah, it's great. It's got green tea in it. It's like you just put one tea bag in there, you're good. And yeah.
Oh, go ahead. So go ahead and finish that.
Go ahead.
No, you're fine. What I really love about what you're saying here too is inviting the conversation of a little bit by a little bit, right? Like have a little bit of tea here and a little bit more here and then a little bit more there, because oftentimes we're like, oh, I just need to get rid of this. And yes, like I'm all about feeling better. Let's get you some more bubbles. Ooh, sticky. And also by doing little by little, it's inviting like what we've been talking about, that conversation with our mind of like, okay, I drank my first cup of tea. Now how do I feel? I did feel bloated. Do I still feel bloated? Do I feel hot because I
Yes.
had cayenne pepper?
Right? Right?
I
And
feel
I mean,
ready.
how many, so I have clients and I have people in my world that will call me or text me and say, hey, I'm feeling bloated. I feel like crap. What do I do? You know, this happened. I'm gassy, whatever. And they will turn around and immediately reply with, do not tell me lemon water.
So good.
But you guys, in all legitimacy, that's my go-to. Lemon water, activated charcoal, ginger, and mint. Those are my 4 go-tos when something happens and you need a solution like that. Strong lemon water within a few sips dissipates gas. Like, gone. Now you might have to
Yes.
keep drinking it if there's something going on, but like dissipates it like that. You're in a business meeting, you can't escape. Take lemon water with you. I promise you it will help, and especially if it is warm. But you guys keep trying to tell me I don't want to hear lemon water, but that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna tell you lemon water. And once you find something that actually works, it works. And when we have people that come to us when they're doing their homework, which you guys should be doing for the challenge come Monday, if you have not started your food and symptom log, today's the day. Start it up. We need a good 5 days. Start it. Bring it with you on Monday. We will talk about it. But that being said, like when we start somebody and we start them on this homework, the same homework you're doing this week, I start them on morning lemon ginger water every single morning. We start light. We don't do a lot. It's first thing in the morning. In extreme cases, it's first thing in the morning and an herbal tea at night before bed. Everyone's a little bit different. For those of you that have a lot of gut health issues going on, a lot of elimination issues, you got lemon ginger on both sides. Simple, easy, budget friendly, no need to think about it. That being said, I have to brew my lemon water at night and put it in the coffee pot a lot of times because especially when the kids have a rough night, which I don't know if you guys see me pushing my eye, but like 2 nights ago, the boys were up. Keegan had like a nice little 3.5-hour party, and I don't think I fully recovered yet because my eye keeps fluttering again. It was bad yesterday. Today is not so bad, but oh, that's what exhaustion does to me. Is my upper lid just flutters. It spasms. So if you see me doing that, that's what's going on. But on mornings like that, if the cup is not sitting underneath the coffee pot where I would put my coffee cup, I don't remember to drink my lemon water. I have it sitting on my bedside table, and generally I have one on my bedside table and one in the coffee pot. I'm going to drink one of them. I don't know which one, but I'm going to drink one of them. And that's what I start my day with, because you should never start with a cup of coffee. You don't do a cup of coffee on an empty stomach. It just exacerbates issues. It doesn't calm them. And if you're struggling with bloat, you're struggling with constipation, even diarrhea, you guys, if you're struggling with it, you need to start your day with lemon water. Bye-bye, Mommy. Or some sort of an herbal tea. Something. Even if you start your day with Samantha Becton's shot. It's a great shot. Yes. She is a juicer. It works perfectly. Oh, my goodness, baby girl. That's how my whole day is, so I don't think about it, y'all. But so whatever you start your day with, you want it to be plant-based. You want it to be easily flushed, and you want it to be cleansing. You want it to be an herbal cleanse and an herbal soother. That's where ginger comes in. That's where aloe vera comes in. There is, I think it's Lakewood makes it. It's aloe vera juice, and they put lemon in it. Oh, it's so good. Ooh. So good. It's like $8 or $9 for the bottle, right? but you really only need 1 to 2 ounces. You don't need a lot. 1 to 2 ounces, throw that in, put some coconut water or regular water into it, put your lemon in, put your ginger in, put some mint in if you like mint, and then there you go. Morning, I almost said aphrodisiac. That is not an aphrodisiac.
A refresher.
Yes, a refresher is a great way to say that. And I noticed, y'all, okay, so I went to the grocery store, and Starbucks actually has their refreshers like in a Keurig thing. Let's clear something up. There is something called green coffee bean powder. Steep some hot water, put some strawberries in your hot water, put, I think it's like a 1/4 teaspoon of the coffee bean. I actually have it in the pantry. Put that into the water, mix it up, pour it over ice, top it off with a little coconut water, stir it. There is your refresher.
Bing, bang, boom. How easy was that?
Yeah. And use frozen strawberries. It is perfectly fine to use the frozen fruit. A, it will actually steep up and really bring out some of the flavors. And then B, if you have an immersion blender, you can just blend the sucker right up. And you know those little bits of fruit that you get in it? You don't need that. Same thing with the mango. Same thing with the lemon one. You just need the fruit, water, and some sweet, which is where the coconut water comes in. Coconut water, I believe, is one of the ingredients. And then you have green coffee bean. Well, if you get the powder, the bag I bought, I think, was like $9 or $10, but like we've had it for over a year. It's hold on, I'm gonna go find it because you'll see it's a big bag for what you get, and you can't use more than a 1/4 teaspoon. So you're using a 1/4 teaspoon of this green coffee bean, and that's 200 milligrams of caffeine, I think, maybe 100. Hold on, I'll find out. Yeah, see?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Micro Ingredients. That's the company. Let's see. It is 200 milligrams. Yeah, 200 milligrams for an eighth of a teaspoon. Not a 1/4, an eighth of a teaspoon.
And how much more effective is our caffeine? Wait, is our caffeine when we take the time to have some water, maybe have something herbal for ourselves, and then we have the caffeine, or we make the refresher, or have the cup of coffee. I know in my experience, when I go straight to the coffee, I get to a point in the morning where I'm just, running on, going 40 miles an hour, and oh my gosh, I haven't done, and it's like, whew, I didn't even enjoy that coffee.
Right.
It's gone, and now I feel like I need another one.
Right. No. And that's kind of what happens is like you get into these habits. It's like your bedtime munching habit. Everyone talks about the munching habit. Everyone talks about the afternoon slump habit, but nobody talks about the morning. Yes. And I mean, I've been guilty of it. We all have. You wake up and you just get into the motions. We were just talking about the stupid flutter in my eye and, waking up in the morning. Like, you get into these motions. And when you wake up and you don't want to think because you had a rough night, you're definitely going to need something to have a different habit, because legit, just like what you said, you feel like you need that other cup of coffee, but then when you have it, now you've got the jitters. So don't feel any more awake than you did. Yeah. Exactly. See?
Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Yeah.
Exactly. It's one of those things. Like if you don't start with the clean slate, let's go with that. You don't start with a clean slate. You don't start with something that is just cleansing. Just wake your body up the right way. Our bodies are mostly water, right? If you feed it water first thing in the morning with something that's going to that your stomach is going to enjoy. I mean, and I keep pushing the lemon, but like I love lemon, you guys. And I even work with someone who Jamie Lee actually has. She's a holistic or a nutritional therapist. There we go. She's getting her PhD in quantum healing. Such a fascinating, so fascinating. But what she does with her family is she actually makes curated lemons. And what that is it's a fermented food. So we talk about bloating and diarrhea and constipation and having something that's fermented every day within your food. That's how we feed the microbiome. That's how we have this very happy little this world in our stomach, right? I mean, if you really think about it, like who says we're not the microbiome for some big, huge monster creature out there, right? We don't know. We see what we see and that we can just interpret it. So if you look at it from that perspective of what's going on in your stomach is its own little tiny earth, its own little tiny world, you got to feed your guys something. And when you feed it a fermented food, you're feeding them well without triggering excessive production. So they're not regenerating over and over and over. And you're going to feed majority of the microbiome, not the minimal. So plants, food, and there's a variety of diets out there, you guys. When you're looking at herbs, like some of the people I know, they're keto, they're carnivorous. They go, what was the other one? Paleo, and basically high fat, high protein style diets, right? When you're using herbs like lemons, what you're using from the herbs is the rind. You're not using the inside lemon. Now, I'm a big fan of the lemon. I want the lemon inside. I want the juiciness, you know. The lemon rind is still going to give you benefits. It's a little bit different than the inside of the lemon, but it's still going to give you benefits. It's still going to help your body flush. Your brain and your gut are both going to have a nice little morning party to wake you up. Same thing with like steeping fruit and steeping vegetables like cucumbers. All you're doing there is getting those micronutrients out of it to feed your body. The healing constituents that are in the food, the healing constituents that are in herbs. And 9 times out of 10 with plants, you have to heat them to extract. I think so spinach is one that I always bring up. I hate cooked spinach. Hate it. But did you know that the reason it turns that bright, vibrant green within seconds of putting it on a stovetop is because that's how long it takes to release 80 to 90% of the constituents within spinach. And it's not alone.
Yes.
You know, I always steep my herbal teas or my tisanes, and then I put them over ice. I prefer iced tea. But you got to heat it to get the benefits of it before you cool it. It's a process.
It's such a beautiful mirror to our own bodies and everything that we're talking about with incorporating herbs and oils and intentional foods, because we eat all foods, is that process. We're not just pulling it from the ground and shoving it in our mouth. And of course we can do that. Grab a carrot, wash it off, you know, maybe eat dirt if you want. I'm not here to judge. However, it is a great mirror of how it's not a one and done thing. It's a let's try this. Let's see how this is working today. Because tomorrow I might need a different kind of herb or a different kind of tea or a different essential oil, you know, like I'm all for them too, but some days I open one and I'm like, ooh, that's awful. And that's how I can know to listen in and, okay, let's ebb and flow. And just like how we listen in and we're like, oh, I'm feeling bloated. What feels like, what sounds like, what smells like, right? Like, isn't it so captivating to watch the spinach go from like a leaf to this like, ooh, that's so green. It like draws me in, and
and it's such a vibrant color.
Yes.
As an artist, I'm drawn to color. Like everything that I do has color. Um, and the vibrancy that comes out of some of these vegetables when you cook them is it's fascinating to me. It's probably part of the reason I ended up here. Because I will never be a true chef. That's just not, I love cooking, but I have limitations and I don't want to be a chef. I mean, bottom line, I just don't want to be one.
I enjoy it.
I want to,
I love
yeah,
cooking.
I want to cook when I want to cook. I don't want to cook when someone else tells me to cook. I don't eat my food if that happens, because 9 times in 10, it's not going to be good. And, so one of the other things I wanted to make sure to mention is, especially along your point of, what's best for you. If you're bloated, like we always talk about, okay, well, we need to find the source of the bloat. Where's the source of the bloat? Well, unless you're trying to figure out what's going on with your body in the immediate moment, let's just figure out how to ease your discomfort.
Yes.
That does not mean you're putting a Band-Aid on it. It means that you're taking that distraction away from your day. Because when you're bloated, when you're constipated, when you're trying to struggle with diarrhea, gassiness, migraines, body aches, ick, you feel sick, you can't really move, and you're just dragging, like you feel like you're just dragging your body around all day.
Yeah.
Your body is distracted by that. It just needs a little relief to open up some of the pathways so it can even consider looking at what caused this.
Yeah.
You can't look at what caused it if you can't think.
Makes sense.
So yeah, it's the biggest reason why, like, I get a lot of questions about, like, especially my journey after the boys, and then the year that I threw a temper tantrum, is, why didn't those other people that knew you, that were, so close to you, because I was a trainer at the time, so I work with a lot of nutritionists and practitioners, and I mean, reality is, you think you got it in check, so you don't ask the questions. I couldn't see what was happening. I was so caught up in this mindset of, I can deal with it. Like, just have a little cheese. I'll deal with it later. I wasn't ready to look at that root cause yet. And until you are, having something that's going to help you feel a little bit better and ease some of that discomfort, that's what herbal medicine does. You don't need to run to the pharmacy. You don't even need to run into your backyard, people. Go get some organic tea bags, find some flavors that you like. I will be brutally honest with you. Dandelion, not roasted dandelion. Roasted dandelion tastes a little bit like watered down espresso. But steeped dandelion tea and steeped lemon balm tea and matcha tastes a bit like dirt and grass to me. So I always put like peppermint into it, or I put a berry thing into it. I put something that is stronger than that. Like, I've even had lemon balm with my chai tea. Really good.
Right.
Really good. It totally masks the lemon balm flavor. You get a little bit of lemon, but like not the grass.
Yeah.
I hate the grass.
Enjoy it, not have to gulp it down.
Exactly.
It's a mindset thing too, of like, if you're having to gulp it down, then that's going to cause you to not. Yeah, there's a whole thing we could go down about that.
Yeah. If you put too much in it, it's like there's a process for it. You want to sip it. You want it in your olfactory system. You want it up your nose. You want to smell, because the olfactory system up here is where 90%, I don't want to say 90, at least 70% of healing benefits within essential oils and herbal teas and spices occur. It's not in your gut, and it's not topical.
The cool thing, so I worked in kitchens for a long time, and like you, I love cooking, I love food, and the cool thing about food, herbs, even essential oils, is that we consume these things with our eyes and our nose before it hits the tongue and the stomach and everything else. And it is starting your body to do things like, you ever smell maybe you're at the mall and you smell the pretzels. Oh, I can like my mouth
Yep.
is watering now thinking about the smell, right? Like, and that's your body doing the stuff that it's supposed to because the saliva helps digest and that helps all the yeah. So yeah, enjoy it,
Yeah.
sip it, smell it, sit with it, name
Yes.
it, get to know it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, you can have fun with all of this. It doesn't have to all be,
I
dark
mean, we
and
do.
dank. Might as well.
Yeah, life's hard enough it is. Let's enjoy it while we
Exactly.
can.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, we've got these, Sam as a toddler and one on the way, and I got my no longer toddler preschool, no, pre-Kers. Yeah, pre-Kers. I was told preschool is not a thing anymore. They're pre-Kers. And the things that pop out of these kids' head, the things that pop out of their mouths, it reminds you not to take life too seriously, not to take little things too seriously. Like I made quesadillas for the boys last night, and I cut I made them little jack-o'-lanterns, right? And we use whole wheat tortillas and like put fruit or vegetables or something on the side. Keegan's obsessed with avocado. So he always gets avocado, and then Drew hates avocado, so we got to find something else for him. But they always have something else. These kids got so excited about a quesadilla, and they also understand eating the fruits and the vegetables first. Like I did not teach them that, for the record. They've just always done it. So they always start with the fruit or the vegetables, and then they eat like whatever the main thing is, whether it's chicken, somehow we've gotten off fish. I'm not sure what that deal is. We'll work on that. Um, but if it's meat, if it's something like a quesadilla, if it's a bean burger, whatever the case may be, um, they go for everything else, and then that is the last thing that they eat, right?
Mm.
And one of them last night was leaving the table and farted, right? I mean, they're boys, they laugh. And we're teaching them, if that happens, you say, excuse me, right? Well, instead of excuse me, I need lemonade, which is, well,
Yes.
it used to be lemon and water. Someone taught them what lemonade actually is.
No.
So I make it a little bit differently for them now, because otherwise they won't eat it or won't drink it. But they know, even at that age, and to them, it's funny, you know. And
Right.
it's not that they wanted the lemonade; they just ha ha ha, lemonade, mommy. It's funny to them.
Yes.
It's
They're making those
funny.
connections and yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They went and they got the lemons, and they started acting out some like thing. I don't know what they were saying, but they started acting like the lemons were characters.
Yes.
Don't take it too seriously, because when you get serious, you get stuck. And we're not
Mm.
saying blow it off. Not saying that. Your health is serious. The way that you feel is serious. It's if you take it too seriously, you miss the good parts.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to stop there. But do you have anything else that you wanted to add to that?
No, I think we've hit some really awesome points about the gut and the mind connection and all sorts of herbs and oils and different foods to tap into. And really, I think the biggest takeaway from our chat today is listening inward
Mm-hmm.
and being on that journey of self-discovery and listening. Yeah. And we're
Yeah.
here. We're here if you need a sounding board, if you need assistance, if you need ideas, if you just
Mm-hmm.
need to vent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
We're
is
pretty good
hard.
at listening,
Yes.
especially to the venting, because there are times, like, I swear, you guys, I have texted the ladies in this group multiple times because I've gone to get a sandwich and they won't give me mayonnaise. Why? Because mayonnaise is creamy and white, and they assume dairy. And these are full-fledged chefs, you guys, not sous chefs, but full-fledged chefs.
Yes.
It is a problem. It is something that happens all over the place. It drives me batshit crazy. And I vent over the stupid things like that because, I mean, in reality, it happens so often, you just kind of get to the point you're like, all right, whatever. But then you have those moments where you're like, mother trucker, like, what the hell is wrong with people? And I made the same mistake. I know what's wrong with it. You see creamy, your brain thinks dairy. I get it. But I vent over stupid shit to all these people. We're all very good at listening to that. So, like Sam said, you need a vet, we're here. We got you. If any of these things trigger you, there's a challenge, starts on Monday. Remember, homework starts today. And if you want to know exact details or you need a little bit more clarity on what that is, reach out. We'll tell you. We'll send you a nice little table even that says these are the things that you need to track. We got you. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week. Challenge starts on Monday. Make sure to hop in VIP so that we can walk through these things together so that by the time we hit Thursday, you have a plan mapped out, ready to roll.
Yes. So excited
right, my
to
dear.
see you. We'll see you.
Me too. Bye, guys.